The metalheads are gonna be mad. Woo! Woo! This is a pop punk mental health anthem. Run it back. Hey y'all, I'm Taylor. I'm a therapist and I love metal music. So let's listen to some metal music, the new Beartooth, in fact, talk about the lyrics and how you can use them to hopefully improve your life and well-being. But before we do that, we have to talk about our support wall. It's a place where you can share what you're struggling with and receive support. Big or small, anything that you're going through, you can share here. And the best part about it is it's in the comments on YouTube. Yay. So anytime I say something that sparks something in you or you want to share, just tag @HeartSupport in the comments and share what's going on and our community will support you. Okay, let's get to it. I love metal, but I especially love Beartooth because Caleb Shomo has just been so open about his mental health journey and I'm really excited and I also really like Hardy. So this is the new song from Beartooth. It's called The Better Me and it's featuring Hardy. Let's get into it. In 3, in 2, in 1, and click.
How many times have I said I was gonna be someone when I get back onto my feet? Tomorrow I'm gonna make changes, cause today I can barely speak. Hit 'em with the riff.
Whoa, hit him with the riff.
I've been burned by it, concerned about it. I can't steady my hand. The side effects of it have been so crushing. This wasn't part of my plan. I don't wanna suffer. I tried to lie and I tried to recover, but I'm back in the gutter, thinking all the same things. How many times have I said I was gonna be someone when I get back onto my feet?
Sorry, y'all.
Tomorrow I'm gonna make changes, cause today I can barely speak. I know how to pull myself out, and it's gonna hurt like hell to set myself free.
This is so good.
Say it out loud, today's the day I stop fucking around and be the better man.
This rips. This is a pop punk mental health anthem.
I'm so done with it, and I'll run with it for as long as I can. I'm shutting down at 1 foot in the ground, and I got no confidence left. Don't need one another, testify that it's time to recover. I won't die in the gutter, cold, alone, and unseen. How many times have I said I was gonna be someone when I get back onto my feet? Tomorrow I'm gonna make changes, cause today I can barely speak. I know how to pull myself out, and it's gonna hurt like hell to set myself free. Just say it out loud, today's the day I stop fucking around and be the better me.
Woo!
How many times have I said I was gonna be someone? How many times have I said I was gonna be someone? How many times have I said I was gonna be someone when I get back on my feet? Tomorrow I'm gonna make changes, cause today I can barely speak. I know how to pull myself out, and it's gonna hurt like hell to set myself free. Just say it out loud, today's the day I stop fucking around and be the better me. Stop fucking around and be the better me. Stop fucking around and be the better me.
You guys, was that like kind of like a country pop song? The metalheads are gonna be mad. But I'm not. I'm obsessed. I love it. Also, sorry, the sun was like trying to be the star of this video and like Beartooth is the star, so we had to like figure that out. But well, I don't really know what to say. Let's just start with that song. I like want to make all my clients listen to it because it's so real. It's like At some point, you just have to decide. No one else can decide it for you. There's never going to be an easy time. There's never going to feel a right time. At some point, you just have to decide, I'm sorry for my language, but I am sick of this shit, and I'm going to do what I have to do to get out of it, even if it's uncomfortable. In fact, I know it's going to be uncomfortable. So comfort is not my goal. Healing is my goal. Okay, off my soapbox. Let's dive in. Whew. How many times have I said I was going to be someone when I get back onto my feet? Tomorrow I'm going to make changes because today I can barely speak. That is a place that so many people can understand and empathize with, and it's something that I see all the time. And in fact, that's something that I see a lot, but I don't see as much as you might think I would, because I think that people who seek therapy are often the people who are on the other side of that. The I'll do it when are often people who are unable to take that step. Now, everybody's that step is different. So I do still see it, right? I find my clients often saying like, oh, I'll stop drinking when, or I'll do this when. I think alcohol is actually a really good example because there's never really a convenient time, because our society revolves a lot around alcohol. And listen, I'm not saying that no one should drink, but I am saying that if it is something that causes issues in your life or any issue in your life and you are continuing to do it, it may be something that you want to look at. Just saying, okay? And alcohol is a good example because the truth is that there's never a convenient time. We live in a society that revolves around drinking in social situations. Okay, I had a client recently who he said, I'm going to stop drinking. I'm going to take some time off of drinking. He had decided like he was going to take like a month off. And suddenly he realized it wasn't that convenient. You know, he thought that there was going to be a period where he wasn't traveling as much and when he wasn't dating as much and his work didn't have as many events. And so the second it wasn't convenient or comfortable to stop the behavior that he knew was hurting him, he decided that it wasn't worth it, that he would just keep getting hurt by the old behavior instead of being uncomfortable. And he was like, oh, well, I'll do it, you know, in the winter, or I'll do it in the spring, you know, after the holidays. It'll be a little easier. It's usually never easier. It's always going to be hard when you're making a change. Evolution is uncomfortable. Do you think a snake enjoys shedding its skin? Actually, don't answer that because science may say that it doesn't. I don't really know. But I imagine that there's like some pain involved. So I really like this line of like, how many times have I said this? And when you recognize yourself over and over saying, I should do this, I should do this, and you're still not doing it, I encourage you to examine why. What discomfort you're afraid of. And if that fear of the discomfort is actually worth missing out on your evolution, worth missing out on your potential. I get it, but like, cut it out. Just like Caleb says, like when you need a reality check, sometimes you just need a little tough love. Is there something that you know would be healthy for you that you keep putting off? Share it in the comments and we'll encourage you to take that step. You got this. Okay. I love this line. This whole song is so good. And it's going to hurt like hell to set myself free. I think that especially in the age of Instagram, we really glamorize healing. It's like, ooh, I'm on my healing journey. And like TikTok makes it seem fun. It's hard. Healing is hard. It is not for the faint of heart. In fact, you can stay the same. You can. And it is not until the pain of staying the same becomes larger than the pain of changing that often people make change. It takes a really determined and disciplined person to explore healing and to evolve without hitting rock bottom. And that's really unfortunate. But it can be really freeing to just acknowledge, like, this is going to be really hard. This is going to be so hard. I think that the faster you can acknowledge that and embrace that and find beauty in the process of hard, the honestly less hard it'll be, because then you stop resisting that it's hard. It is not the way that people make it look on Instagram. If we're really doing the deep soul work of understanding our pain and healing our pain, it is not like bubble baths and self-care, y'all. Sure, sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's silly. Sometimes it's goofy. If you're a curious person, it may be interesting to find out these things about yourself. But in general, it's hard work. And embracing that is a gift that you can give yourself. And just acknowledging this is going to hurt like hell, but I'm going to do it anyway because the end goal is it's going to hurt like hell to set myself free. It will hurt like hell, yes. But let's not forget the end, which is I will be set free. I will have freedom. Are you scared of what you might uncover if you start healing? Share in the comments by tagging at HeartSupport and we will encourage you. Oof. Tried to lie and I tried to recover, but I'm back in the gutter, thinking all the same things. Then we jump to, I won't die in the gutter, cold, alone, and unseen. Often, we get really stubborn about healing and we try to do it alone. That's often because we feel like if people see the parts of us that are hurt and broken and ugly, that they'll reject us. But the thing about healing is that you often can't do it alone. That doesn't mean that you should rely on other people to heal you because they can't do that. You have to actually do the work on your own. But it can be really helpful to have people who will hold you accountable. It can be really helpful to be honest about your pain and to see that your pain actually doesn't scare people, that they'll want to stay close to you, even though you're not perfect, even though you struggle with substance abuse or depression or anxiety. And I think what happens is we often try to lie about it. We try to just recover on our own. It's like you trip and fall and you look around to make sure no one saw you. And then you realize like, oh, your ankle kind of hurts, but you just try to like walk it off instead of like telling someone about how it happened. Inviting people into your healing is beautiful. It's magical because we're relational creatures. And so there's an aspect of healing that can only be had in relationship. When we're wounded by pains in relationships, there are parts of us that can only be healed by corrective experiences in other relationships, not in the same ones that cause this pain, but in other relationships. And so we can't lie our way around it, and we shouldn't try to do it on our own. And I really like the way that he ends, I won't die in a gutter, cold, alone, and unseen. Because being seen and fully seen and accepted for who we are is one of the most healing things on earth. But we're often scared of it, so we run from it. Are you afraid to be seen? Do you feel really unseen right now? Share in the comments by tagging at HeartSupport and we'll encourage you. Okay, I love Beartooth. I love this song. I love you. And if you're going through anything, please share in the comments by tagging at HeartSupport and I will encourage you. Okay, see you next time, y'all. Mwah.